Vasiliy Lomachenko is boxing's pound-for-pound king, with his sights set on the kind of achievements that turn a mere story into a legend. Standing in his path is a determined fighter with nothing to lose. Anthony Crolla is no stranger to long odds. He's been beating them his entire life. So is this just another chapter in a burgeoning legend, or a night when a bold unknown steals the show? This is Countdown to Lomachenko versus Crolla.
A bold unknown, though? The savagery. I got a chance to watch this. I enjoyed it, but you know what to expect, right? It's just, you know, them introducing us to who the fighters are. You know, Lomachenko shooting some basketball hoops. He can hold his breath for up to 4.5 minutes underwater. On this episode, he did it for about 3 minutes or so. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. It's a very busy-ass weekend in the boxing, man. It's going to be busy as shit. So this card is on Friday. You're going to have Lomachenko versus Crolla. You're going to have Gilberto Ramirez, who is still the WBO 168-pound champion. And he's taking on Tommy Carpenter at 175, testing the waters. He'll likely stay at 175, but they're holding on to that title just in case. Billy Joe Saunders is taking on Shifat Isufi for the WBO interim. Also, you're going to have Mike Alvarado, who, if he wins this fight against Arnold Barboza Jr., the winner is going to be in the top 10 rankings. Like, Mike Alvarado really been winning. So let's talk about the episode. I've been bitching for like the last several weeks about how, like, damn, where's the pre-fight promotional content? I'm talking about like the, you know, the countdown shows. What this is simply ESPN Countdown on Lomachenko versus Crolla. But I was bitching about where's the content for Crawford and Khan. BT Sport has been doing their part. Go look at their YouTube channel, BT Sport Boxing. They've been, you know, pumping out a lot of content, and Top Rank. They've been pumping out like little, and ESPN, little clips here and there, you know, 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, you know, still images, you know, nice as, you know, Photoshop shit or whatever the goddamn they use. But now seeing this, which was the first episode that we've seen, this is the first episode of ESPN Countdown, their boxing their boxing content, right? Build-up content. So it's a half an hour long. It premiered. I have the schedule. You got to go look on my Twitter. I can pull it up. Damn it. Let me just, you know, you people, man. Yeah, I'll show you. Where's it at? Damn, what did I do with it? But basically, here's their, and we're going to talk about the episode and play you a couple more clips. But it premiered last night at Sunday at 11 p.m. This is the one I watched. I DVR'd it. You know, and here is the fight week information right here. Tomorrow is the press conference. You know, we won't be streaming that. I don't understand, you know, why ESPN puts their press conferences behind a paywall and they're like weigh-ins. It makes no sense to me. I can understand for like some big fights, you know, and pay-per-views, but this makes no sense to me. Press conferences are to sell fights. Media events are to sell fights. To make fans pay for them just pisses people off. And then guess what they do? They copyright me. They've been trying to shut me down. I've got 3, maybe 4 copyright strikes from Top Rank within like the last 2 years from different people. And the thing is, I'll beat a copyright strike. They'll copyright me for some other shit. I just don't get them, man. I just don't get them. My job is to cover the fights. Top Rank, promotion and shit. I'm getting untethered. Let me calm down. But anyway. Remember, the fight is on a Friday night. Then Saturday, well, April the 12th is this card. Then Saturday, you're going to have, on PBC on FS1, you're going to have Quillen versus Truax, 168-pound eliminator. Then you're going to have, on that same card, the Derevianchenko versus Jack Huquet, 160-pound eliminator. Over on Showtime, you know, you're going to be able to watch that whole card from Facebook all the way up to Shields versus Hammer, the main event. And then over on the Zone, you're going to have Jaime Munguia in possibly his last fight at 154 pounds against Dennis Hogan. It's going to be busy as shit. And, of course, as the most dedicated #1 post-fight reviewer on YouTube, numbers don't lie, I cover all fights. Don't start no shit. We're going to be covering all those fights. And undercard fights, too. We're going to be busy as shit. But anyway, we got a lot to talk about. And honestly, my last stream got trashed because I was doing some shit, you know, and then I unplugged the microphone. So I was talking for a good fucking 15 minutes. And it was all being recorded, but there was no sound. So I'm kind of upset about that. But we're going to be back. It's going to be probably like a millisecond for me. Well, millisecond for you. About 20 minutes or so for me. I'm going to get some timestamps. So we're going to talk about the episode. And we're going to talk about the fight. And we're going to talk about what's next for the winner. All right? TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live.
And the aim is twofold: to improve Lomachenko's lung capacity, and as always, to strengthen his mental resolve.
I can do that shit. That ain't nothing. Piece of cake.
Yeah.
Lomachenko's personal record for this feat is a staggering 4.5 minutes. Today, however, he comes up at a relatively modest 3 minutes, the exact amount of time his father has requested.
I'm hating, y'all. I'm hating.
Anthony Lomachenko, known as Papachenko, has been the mastermind of his son's career since day one.
I love the mental workouts that he be having Loma on. That shit, you know, that really helps keep you like really mentally strong. But let's talk about why this Crolla fight came to be, right? Now, Richie Comey, IBF, 135-pound champion, is injured. They wanted Loma versus Comey for all 3 belts. So instead, the WBA ordered #1 contender and Crolla to fight Lomachenko. They wanted it to go to purse bid, meaning the zone. A story came out on Boxing Scene where, in fact, let me pull it up for you right now. And we're going to do a little reading rainbow. I'm going to read some quotes from Bob Arum. Where's it at? 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 Did I lose it? Yeah. Here's the headline. Bob Arum, the Lomachenko Crolla fight was shoved up our ass. The fight got shoved up our ass with the mandatory, and thanks to our friend Eddie Hearn, who thought he'd go to purse bid and have Lomachenko fight at least one time on the zone, Arum told BoxingScene.com, referring to Crolla's promoter and streaming service with which Hearn works. We disabused him because we told him that it would start a purse bid war. Insanity prevailed. We overpaid for Crolla, and that's what we're going to see on Friday night. So basically, let me just dumb that down for you. Purse bid wars are looming. It's a whole nother video that I can't really go into details because it's going to take a long time to regurgitate that shit. But what it means is this. If the fight would have went the purse bid, then any promoter could have bid on the fight. And both fighters would have been highly overpaid. Not highly, but like super overpaid, because ESPN would have not let Loma go over to the zone. But, you know, like it's complex. And it's a whole video to be able to break it all down. But in my opinion, they did the right thing. The same way they had to overpay, you know, Amir Khan, not the same situation, but, you know, to get him over there on, you know, ESPN. They overpaid Crolla to avoid a purse bid. Crolla's probably getting, what, a career-high payday? Or would it be Linares? It could be a career-high. Should it be? Might be a career-high payday. I think we should know that, right? You know, this fight, even though we know who's going to win or who should win, at least Crolla knows the motherfucking deal. He was talking about it during the episode about how he knows he can't go out there and try to box Lomachenko. He got to go out there and try to put a boot in his ass. His trainer, Joe Gallagher, they know. You know, they want to go out there and they want to start beating Lomachenko to the body. They're going to try it. We're going to take a look at ticket sales and everything. And also, while we're here, before we go take another break, let's look at the 135-pound division. Mikey Garcia is the WBC champion. He's supposed to be meeting with WBC president Mauricio Suleiman soon to determine what he's going to do. Rest assured, PBC, if not Mikey, because of the weight, wants to hold on to that title. But Luke Campbell is a #1 contender. And I talked to Devin Haney just a few weeks ago, and him and Luke Campbell are in talks. They're waiting for what the WBC is going to do, so they can make that for the WBC title or, WBC interim title. Right? Lomachenko has the WBA and the WBO. Richard Comey recovering from injury IBF. Rest assured, if Lomachenko wins and when Comey comes back, rest assured that Lomachenko versus Comey is going to happen. In fact, aren't they contractually obligated to do so? You have Robert Easter, who's taking on Rances Barthélemy, and from my understanding, this is still at 135 pounds. So he's not moving to 140 yet. What route is he going to take? And also, with the winner of this fight, which is coming up very soon, be given some mysterious high ranking by the WBC to throw off the Luke Campbell, Devin Haney, collision course. You got Teofimo Lopez, who he wants Loma, but top rank, you can tell they're just not comfortable with giving him that big jump yet. But, oh, yeah, motherfucking Steve Kim was just talking about how, you can see it anyway. Lopez, he is like a budding star. He's going to be getting his own card soon. Remember, he's taking on Edis Tatley on the undercard of Crawford Khan next week. Right now, it is 10:32 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, April the 9th, 2019. And as you can see, the 135-pound division, those guys we talked about are it. We don't know what Linares is going to do after suffering his defeat in a fight which he shouldn't have lost at 140. But now he may be having to come back down to 135. Tank Davis, who, is at 130, mostly, I think he's more comfortable at 135, but 130, he's got to stay there because if he goes up to 135, then he's got Loma problems, and Loma don't want to go to 140 or 147. He wants to be undisputed. He wants to have all 4 belts, and he's got a path to get there until we know what's going to happen with Mikey Garcia, Luke Campbell, and Devin Haney, because Mikey Garcia, if he stays at 135, he's going to have to fight either a unification, which they got them already sewn up, already top rank, or he's going to have to fight Luke Campbell or vacate. He can't claim injury and all that shit because he ain't been saying basically, something's telling me they're probably going to try to make him a meritorious champion or some shit, or try to hold on to that belt a little longer to get another PBC guy in place to try to get it. Because Tank Davis, how long can he keep hanging on at 130 pounds? Tevin Farmer's on his ass. Masayuki Ito, he's fighting Jamal Herring. That WBO title is top ranks, you might as well say. And then Miguel Burchout, if he fights and beats when he fights Francisco Vargas, and if he wins, there was talk of him fighting Loma. What if he moves up? Let's get back to the episode. I'll be right back. Let me watch the rest of this because we're already short on time. Damn. Well, consider this a fight week preview. Shit. 2. I'll be back.
Bull walked in. What are you doing? Who did you?
Oh, before I take another break. They were talking about how Crolla, spotted a burglar, and he went to go chase the burglar, and he turned the corner or something. The burglar smacked him with a brick or a rock or a slab of cement or whatever, concrete, as he said, damn near killed him. He broke his ankle and all that. So, Joe Gallagher was pissed. Like, what the fuck you think you was going to do? You ain't Batman.
You're Batman. You've got to chase down the street, get both of them under the arms, walk into the police station and go, there you go, and keeping the streets of Manchester safe. I just thought, where
we'll be back.
Head at?
And the boxing world seems to already be looking past.
Yeah, of course I want to fight the best, but now Crolla is the best choice, and he's free now.
But if there's any guarantee in a boxer's life, it's that there are no guarantees. No matter the perceived invincibility, every fighter can be exposed.
Anthony will have a moment in the fight. You just don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah?
It's that belief that drives Crolla toward the biggest fight of his life. The skeptics fueling a determination that's become his calling card.
Listen, those guys entitled to their opinion. I can't please those people.
But Vasiliy Lomachenko is a huge favorite over Anthony Crolla for good reason. His skills, his speed, his history of dominance. Is this another night when great talent trumps great courage? Or can Crolla call upon that epic will once more to defeat the best fighter in the world? On April 12th, the answer to that question will be hashed out in the ring between a fighter with the world at his fingertips and a fighter with nothing to lose.
Yeah, we're going to see. We're going to see what Crolla got to bring to the table. We're going to see. Also, tickets are doing better than I expected. Now, obviously, you see, don't get it twisted. You see this blue right here, but all these seats doesn't mean all these seats are empty. You got to scroll in, and you can see that, you know, it's, you know, like, this shit is, look. Now, from my understanding, this upper bowl was closed off. You know, that's a super sellout. You know, but look, it's not, you know, all them ringside shit's gone. These, look, them shits is gone. Loma has been establishing himself over in LA, mostly because he's been training over in Cali for the most part. And there's a lot of hardcore fans now. Don't get me started with the wrong Visa Estrada tickets. Ugh. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. Anyway, I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Yeah, so, you know, I'm gonna do a review and a recap of the press conference and shit, you know, but we're not gonna be streaming that shit. I'm not getting copyrighted. They probably gonna try to get me for this. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live of FightView360.com. Please subscribe.